When you see this face, be very, very still. Turn around slowly and run. Of course, if you're a fat-tongued candy man with terrible luck, then I'd just start digging my own grave. Hey guys, what is the up? So chapter 1012 dropped last week, and as expected, we did not get any more roof piece. But that's okay, because this was the chapter of the Strawhats. So chapter 1012 was titled Itch, and the cover art, well, it was certainly jarring. Seeing Kid having peaceful fun with animals and being creative, I mean, we knew he had a creative side, but at the same time, this is the same guy who had a skull on the hull of his ship, right? The chapter starts with the spotlight on the red scabbards, and the title Itch is referenced right away. Izo questions whether or not Kiku can continue with only one arm, to which Kiku replies, "This is nothing but an itch. My heart ached much more back when you disappeared." And this results in some good old-fashioned banter between siblings. Only then does Kawamatsu join the fray, asking Izu what he thinks will happen to Wano. And Izu just kind of shuts Kawamatsu down by basically saying, "Yo, bro, come on. It's too early to talk about that. I mean, let's win this battle first." And while I agree to an extent with Izo's reasoning, I would like to hear his answer to that question at some point, because Izo is so uniquely placed in the Wano landscape. As a former scabbard, he has a very good understanding of Wano politics and culture, and as a division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, a position that entails a wide reach across the entirety of the Grand Line, if not the whole world, he has a good understanding of current events. Izo's position on the idea and implementation of opening Wano would be very interesting and could set the story up in a very positive and delightful way. So next we got Kinemon restating the obvious, basically putting all his cards on the table. He points out that the raid is now basically a war and that the alliance is severely short-handed. And that moment marks the scabbards splitting up. Kinemon decides to take the protection of Momonosuke upon himself, and Kiku vows to finish off Kanjuro. And personally, I'm a little worried about that. If she couldn't do the job properly the first time, then how's she gonna do it with one arm? I guess that's for Oda's magical penmanship to decide. And then finally, Nekomamushi finds out that Pedro is dead. Shishullion explains, very vaguely might I add, that Pedro sacrificed himself for Luffy's crew. Barriete explains that the man responsible for Pedro's death, aka Perospero, is on the island, and Nekomamushi goes flying after Perospero. Guys, Pedro blew himself up, and everybody is blaming Perospero. Imagine if somebody comes to your territory, ruins one of your events, tries to kill your mother, and then finally when you capture him, he blows himself up and takes out half your arm. Low-key, I hope the raid goes well and the alliance wins, but I kinda wanna see Perospero clear things up with the Minks, cause just, oh my god, Perospero is one unlucky bastard. Next, we got Yamato, Shinobu, and Momonosuke. They're hiding in an attic waiting for Kinemon to arrive. Yamato is ready to fight, so she asks Momo how Luffy is doing. And Momo says that Luffy is losing strength but still eager. And then Yamato runs off, as presumably to go help Luffy. And personally, and I know that this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't want Yamato to help Luffy. And it's not because of any Yamato hate. I love Yamato as a character. It's just that Luffy v Kaido represents everything Luffy has done in the past 20 years. The hardship, the struggle, the successes, everything that we've read, loved, and cherished in the past 20 years, it's culminating in Roof Piece. There's no other way to look at it. And while Luffy is a character who has relied on his friends, who is the epitome of a family guy, who is the epitome of trust, loyalty, and friendship, this is one battle he needs to win on his own, because it will mark a new era of One Piece. And then we got to my favorite moment in this chapter. Guys, guys, Sanji is back. He is back like he was never gone. This isn't the sniveling snob Sanji. This is Sanji, the hunter. So we start with the whole page spread of Sanji carrying what looks like the Christian cross wrapped in bandages. A bunch of beast pirate goons recognize Blackleg's Sanji, and then they postulate that it could be pirate hunter Zoro inside those bandages. And let's back up for a second, because why the hell would it be pirate hunter Zoro inside those bandages? I had to start reading back for a second, because I thought Zoro was with Law. But then, in the next panel, somehow, it is Zoro, all neatly packaged in band-aids, sound asleep. And Sanji's line is, "Damn it, Mosshead, you're such a pain in my ass." Y'all, we're back to the Sanji-Zoro dynamic. We're in Wano, we're at the apex of the story, and we got some good old-fashioned Sanji-Zoro dynamic. So we get a flashback explaining how Law handed off Zoro to Sanji. Basically, Sanji catches Law and Zoro out of the air, and this whole scene is just ripe with comedy. First, Sanji yells at Zeus for not being with Nami. And I kind of forgot that Zeus leaving Nami was supposed to be like a recent thing, even though it feels like it's been ages. But how Sanji reacts to Law and Zoro is even more hilarious. Law lands on Sanji with his cool man legs crossed in the most elegant position possible. And Sanji, the only thing he can say is, "Yo, I only make a habit of catching ladies, bro." And then Law says, "Your timing is impeccable, Blackleg, yeah. I'll leave him with you." And it makes sense. This is why Law is like one of the top 5 characters in the world of One Piece. He is just the GOAT. So then Law explains that Zoro has about 20 to 30 broken bones, and then Law goes after Big Mom. So in this moment, there are 2 things to dissect. First, Law telling us about the 20 to 30 bones is a pretty clear reference to the fact that Zoro is out. At least he will be for a good couple chapters. Maybe if Chopper or Marco can get to him, there's hope for another Zoro appearance. Second, Law is going after Big Mom. Kid is also going after Big Mom. Like I said in my previous video, which y'all should definitely check out, it's called the 4 most interesting fights in Wano. Law and Kid versus Big Mom is a pretty perfect matchup in my opinion. So y'all should definitely check out that video. I'll link it in the description. So Sanji wraps Zoro in bandages, giving him props for even taking on Big Mom and Kaido. He then asks how Luffy is doing. And Zoro said that in the last few moments, Luffy figured out something and found out the key to stopping Kaido. And that more importantly, Luffy is going to win. To which Sanji can only reply, obviously. This faith in their captain, from the 2 strongest people on the crew next to Luffy, the 2 commanders, this kind of talk is just what makes the Sanji-Zoro relationship that much better. It reminds us that, like every other Straw Hat, they are tied together by their captain. And then Sanji runs into Izo and Kawamatsu to get a better handle on the situation. Kawamatsu basically tells Sanji that there's no need to go check on Momo because Kinemon is already going to be there, which is nice because it now frees up Sanji to get down to business. Zoro awakens from his slumber for just a moment to tell Sanji to go down to the live floor, and then Sanji runs off with Kawamatsu, Izo, and a snoring Zoro in tow. So it's important to note that Chopper and Marco, 2 of the most effective doctors that we know of, are on the live floor. They could be the pathway for Zoro's return to the action. And also, guys, this chapter was just the beginning of Sanji's epic return. I'm calling it right now. Sanji versus Queen or King is definitely gonna happen. And you can get that because there is a definite shift in how Sanji is being portrayed, because his face has lost that innocence, that roundness that Oda adds when he's screwing with Sanji's character. Sanji's jaw is sharper, his body language is stronger. Once again, this is Sanji the Hunter. And finally, we get to the whole Big Mom situation. Last time I said I had no opinion. And well, I must say, after reading this chapter, I'm similarly bamboozled. Big Mom is mad at Ulti, Ulti is mad at Big Mom, and Nami tries to capitalize on this. She tries to team up with Big Mom, to which Big Mom just replies, "Shut your pie hole, Straw Hat. After I'm done with her, you're next." So, like any other person, Nami's next move is to team up with Ulti, to which Ulti replies, "Whatever, just wait. When I'm through with the crone, you are dead." And then Nami's next move is to run. My next move would be to run as well. But then Ulti smacks. I'm not even talking like a light hit. I mean smacks Tama. If there is one thing I do know from the last chapter, Big Mom loves Tama. And Ulti looks like she's about to get smacked into a pulp by Big Mom. But Nami beats Big Mom to the punch. Remember, Big Mom is not the only one with a horrifyingly fierce mothering side. Nami also loves children. She electrocutes the hell out of Ulti, and the chapter ends with Nami saying, "I'm going to beat this woman to a pulp." It feels like Nami and Big Mom are competing for the best mothering instinct. Maybe whoever wins will be the one to take Zeus home. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. But that was the end of the chapter, which means it is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below, who do you think Sanji will fight, Queen or King? Tell me if you like that Nami moment. Tell me your thoughts on chapter 1012. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and throw a like my way so that we together can show the Google algorithm what's up. If you're not too sure about subscribing, I have a lot of great content coming, so come back next week. If you find that you enjoy your stay aboard the Oro Jackson, then please, I implore you to subscribe. Until next time, mahalo.